Welcome again, lovely people, to another exciting episode in my kitchen. Today, I'm not very tired, but I am hungry. Remember, this is my first meal of the day. The last meal I took was yesterday around 8:30, and so I'm prepping something today. So I have my beef here, 3 huge chunks here, and I bought this beef again at the same place I said yesterday. It's a Mexican store that usually have very healthy food. So I'm gonna cut these into small pieces, and today, I'm gonna try make something we call in Kenya, or I would say in East Africa, called Pilau. Pilau is actually a rice recipe. It's a mixture of meat and rice, and and it turns out to be one of the favorite foods in East Africa. It's not actually a Kenyan only food, but it's very common in East Africa. So what we are going to do, so after I'm done chopping this beef into small pieces, I'm gonna cook the beef until it's ready, and then I will prepare the rest, and then we'll see. So today I'm not like very super hungry, but again, we have to cook. We said yesterday we have to make food and we have to eat healthy, and but again, we also make sure that we are eating not too much of carbs, because rice is one of the foods that has a lot of carbs, so we are trying to avoid that. But for today is one of those days I'm gonna call cheat day. So this one is very simple, but again it might take some time because I have to cook the meat. I had already washed my meat, so this is how my meat looks like. So I'm just gonna turn on the my, what do you call this one? Yes, and just a little bit of salt, and then just let it cook. But in the meantime, I have this. So as I wait for my meat to cook, so I'm gonna wash. Again, I said I love jalapenos, and this one is very hot. So sometimes it's not very common for me to make pilau. So today is gonna be one of those days that I just felt like I want to eat something that tastes like home. So it might not turn out to be like the perfect pilau that I am hoping. So guys, this one is because I believe I don't have all the ingredients, but we're gonna have to make something that almost looks like it. So stay tuned. This one is too hot, so I'm not gonna use all of it. So I'll keep some for tomorrow. Have my red onion. Yeah, I'll peel it. Yeah, somebody told me like if you're cooking pilau, then you need to use like one full red onion. I don't know what's the reason behind that, but we kind of have to follow that. All right, so I'm still waiting for my meat to cook. Remember, I did not add any water in my meat because I wanted to cook with its own juice. That way, that makes the meat soft and tender. So, yep. All right. Well, so my onion and my jalapeno, they're ready. I'll chop this, I'll cut this later. But in the meantime, as we wait for this meat to cook, what is the one thing that you have been thinking to do, but you're still buying time to do it? What is the one thing that you have really you have kept thinking about it, but you're still buying time to do it? I just want to remind you that time that you're waiting, that time will never come. So you better start it right now, because time waits for no man. Who knows about tomorrow? Nobody knows about tomorrow. So remember, every day is a gift. And when you wake up in the morning, it's actually a proof that, whoever made you wake up in the morning is not yet done with you. So utilize the day, enjoy the day, enjoy your life to the fullest, because you never know. And also make sure that, you live with people, because people can make you and people can break you. So have that in mind. Be nice to people, because nobody knows, nobody can just live by themselves. So just live with people nicely. Enjoy your life. Be comfortable with what you have, because whatever you don't have, it's not yours. If you can be able to, if you have something to eat, like I am preparing something to eat, if you have somewhere to put, you have a roof on top of your head, then be grateful, because there are so many people who don't have that. If God has blessed you with a good job, appreciate that. We cannot all be equal. Like, we cannot all have everything that we want to have in this life. But the most important thing is, like, you have this moment, like you are able to, you woke up in the morning and you had that time throughout the day. You're going out there, you're showing up, even if when, things are so hard on your side, you keep showing up. Don't give up, because we say we are not giving up. Well, back to the kitchen. Now, as we wait for the meat to cook, might take some few more minutes. And then in the meantime, I will start, I'm gonna move this one here. I'm gonna move this one here. Again. Yep. So I'll start with my onions. And people should not complicate cooking or eating good food in the name of, it's time consuming. There's no any time being consumed when you're making something that is healthy and good for your body. Be very careful what you put, in your body, because the ripple effect will happen to you one day. And it's just building up from, the small things that we assume they are not harmful, but at the end of the day, becomes a very, very dangerous thing. So I'm gonna cut my tomato. Most people don't use tomatoes when making pilau, but for me, because I love tomatoes and there's no any harm to add, I will do it. Again, I will do it. It's roughly chopped. And I hope you're getting motivated to start making your own food. Doesn't take time. Doesn't cost a lot of money. It gives you time, to unwind, especially if you had like a very hard day, maybe probably at work. Sometimes, for me, I consider cooking sometimes as therapeutic, as therapy, because I'm doing one or two things that are not engaging my brain technically. don't burn. I have to keep checking my meat just to make sure that it's not burning. Yeah. By the time I'm done, this one will be well done and well cooked. All right. At the same time, I'll give some few minutes for this to be ready, and then, well, now that my tomatoes and my onions, I have a good paste, I'm gonna add this. This is ground cloves. I have the grounded one, and I have, you can see it, I have the grounded one, and I have the whole cloves. I'll add both of them. They're gonna do the same. I hope I don't add a lot of it because I don't want it to be too much. This is my own way, so I'm not advising you to follow this one, but this is how I make it. Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. There we go. And then I will continue. Whew. Oh my God, this looks yummy. I also have Pilau masala. Pilau masala. Oh, this one is almost done. I will add it, and that's done. But I have another one here. So I will add just enough amount. I think that's it. And then my meat had already cooked, so I will add the meat, and then I will. I'm gonna turn on the fan here because this looks so good. Wow. All right, I'll give it some time here, but in the meantime, I will now use 1 cup of rice. I have a lot of rice. You can see this is a lot, but I'm gonna use just wait a minute. I'm done with this one. Oh, there we go. Just use one cup or 1 glass, or is it a glass? This one. But because I want to cook for today and for tomorrow, I will use 2. Okay. I don't want to cook tomorrow, so I'm gonna eat today and tomorrow. So, oh, my rice is clean. Now, if you look at my meat here, let me show you guys. It looks. Look at this. This is so nice. And the aroma, let me tell you, it's giving. Now, that's it. I'm gonna do like this, just to make sure that, you know, I've mixed it correctly. And then I will add water, but I've realized I might need some extra pilau masala just to give it the flavor and the color. So I think that's enough. Do the same thing. Ooh, this is so nice. Now, if you use one glass of rice, then you should use 2 glasses of water. So I used the small cup, so I'm gonna have to use 4 of that, and I know where the mark is, so I don't have to use that because I'm used to, making this. So, but if you use 1 glass of rice, then you have to use 2 glasses of water. Now I'm gonna add the water, and that's enough. Oh wow, Look at this. And then I just give it time. And voila, that will be cooked. Now, you have to remember to balance your salt, because if you don't balance your salt, then your pilau won't be tasty. Now, with everything done, now let's wait for it to cook. Just like that, my pilau, presumably pilau, is ready, and it's a lot. You can see I have a lot of food. Like I can eat this one for almost 3 days. So I'm gonna serve it. Hungry, so I'm not gonna wait. So 100% sure, I know a lot of you say this is not pilau, but let me tell you, to me it is pilau. And I have food for 3 days. Guys, look at this. And that was in my kitchen. Remember, eat healthy, and also make sure that whatever you're putting in your body, it's right enough, because you never know what the future holds. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Adios.